Right, in this video we're going to talk about the square root, and in math that is the square root symbol. I think the easiest way to understand this is to just do some examples. So the square root of 9 is 3 because 3 squared, the reason why this is true is because 3 squared is 9. What about the square root of 25? What number squared is 25? Well, 5. 5 squared is 25. What about the square root of 81? Well, the square root of 81 is 9 because 9 squared is 81. So you should know the square roots from 1 to 100, the perfect ones. The square root of 1 is 1, the square root of 4 is 2, the square root of 9 is 3, the square root of 16 is 4, 25 is 5, the square root of 36 is 6, and so on up to the square root of 100 is 10. So we should know those. Let me do a couple more examples. So let's evaluate minus the square root of 36. Okay, well, here, really the order of operations, now that we're a little further along in algebra, the first step, what we learned in the order of operation was to simplify parentheses. It's really simplified grouping symbols. The square root is a grouping symbol. Everything that's under that, that whole thing, we're taking the square root of. So the square root of 36 is 6, and then we just have a negative in front of it, and we get negative 6. So if there's a negative in front of the square root, your answer is negative. If there's no negative in the square root in front of the square root, your answer is positive. Okay, one last example. Let's say we have the square root of a fraction. Oh, I don't know, 49 over 64. Well, this happens to equal the square root of 49 over the square root of 64. That is true. And the square root of 49 is 7. The square root of 64 is 8. So that would equal 7/8.